Bike is so fast. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, Grimm's Moto Vlog. I am out here today on this beautiful Sunday morning here in Nebraska to let you guys know what I think of, or to answer the age-old question of whether the Z125 or the Grom or any 125 smaller cc bike is a great beginner bike or not. Great first bike, I should add. And we're going to start off by saying yes, obviously it's a great starter bike, great beginner bike. It's got 125 cc's, a low seat height, really confidence inspiring bike in general, and that's exactly what you need when it comes to your first motorcycle, something you're going to feel confident on. But I also want to let you know that there are some caveats to this bike being your first motorcycle as well, and I'll get to that later in the video, so let's jump into it. First off, the bike has no power, which is a downside, but is also a good side for a beginner bike, because with having little power, if I were to drop the clutch now like that, see, it didn't kick me off the bike. Those are things that if on a bigger bike you do that, you're gonna drop it, or if not, you're gonna get very lucky and not drop it. So those are things that having little power is going to be nice for. So like I said, you drop the clutch there, look at, nothing happened, didn't get knocked off. Another thing too is if when you're riding and say for instance you hit a pothole or something and your throttle, you whiskey throttle where you pull back on it and you can't maintain control of the throttle, and on this bike that ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna fall off this bike no matter how hard you try. I mean, you could obviously try and just fall off, but you get what I'm saying. So with this bike, those two things alone make it a great starter bike. But we're gonna get into a couple other things. The seat height, because I can put both feet down at a stoplight, makes it huge for just confidence. Because that's one of those things where I've come, you know, I've been on bikes where I come to a stop and I'm on my tippy toes and it gets a little sketchy. You know, if you step on gravel or anything, you risk dropping the bike. And that's the last thing you want to do on your new bike, is drop it. So it's super confidence inspiring. I mean, both feet on the ground, knees bent. I'm about 5'10". Actually, I'm about 6'5" for the ladies out there. But really, I'm 5'10". And my knees are bent standing on this bike or sitting on it at a stoplight. So that's confidence inspiring, and that's great. Next thing I want to point out is that the clutch feel on these bikes, super light pull. I mean, when I say super light pull, I mean it's like nothing, like you're just clenching your hand just with nothing in between it like this. It's how it feels. Super easy pull. Another thing is this bike, because it has no power, you almost don't know when the clutch is engaged, which is kind of funny. When I first rode this bike, it took me a little bit to figure it out that yeah, the clutch is engaged, it just has no pull because the bike is slow. So yeah, covered those two things. I know I have aftermarket handlebars, but the seating position's pretty comfortable on these things. Like I said, just the confidence is the most important thing. But there is one caveat to this bike, and that is lack of power. Like I said, because I don't have the power, there's some situations where I need power to be able to get out of it. Maybe I have to accelerate to escape from somebody. The lack of power is dangerous sometimes, and that's one thing that this bike does not have, no power. But other than that, this would be a great starter bike. But if I'm gonna be honest with you, a better starter bike would be just buying a 250cc bike. These 125cc bikes make great second bikes. Like if you have a 1000cc sitting at home, or even a 600 or 250 even, these bikes make great bikes for just having at home, or having as a second bike, excuse me, because You want to have that power. Everybody I have ever known or has ridden with wants the power. I mean, that's why I got into motorcycles to begin with. You know, I couldn't afford a fast car out of high school, but I could get a motorcycle, and motorcycle was the next best thing for speed, acceleration, just all that stuff. Yeah, I got 2 less wheels, I can't haul anything in it, but you know what? I gotta have a lot more fun on these things than I do in a car, to be honest. These make great starter bikes, but I think that a Ninja 250 would be a great starter bike as well. Even the Honda Rebel 250, like, I rode my friends, and that thing, it felt like this bike, but it had more power. And more power is honestly a better thing in most cases when it's slow like this. Now, if you got, you know, I don't know, an H2 Kawasaki with supercharged 1000cc bike pushing over 200 horse, you might not need any more power there, but you get what I'm saying. This guy gonna pull out in front of me? Yes, she is. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Does the Z125 or any 125cc bike for that matter make for a great beginner bike? Or do you take my take on it and start on a 250cc motorcycle for your beginner bike just for the power reasons? Because I feel like the 125cc you're gonna grow out of pretty fast, and that leads to buying more bikes, which could be a good thing, but some might also think you have a problem if you're buying bikes every year. Me, just kidding. Or 2 in 1 year, like me.